Donkey Show. Welcome back. We have some In Flames tickets coming up later on this afternoon. We will also discuss the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl bet.
Personally, I think that Fleming should have to play like everybody else.
I think so, too. Can you get him in here?
Big cans in the house.
Hey, Fleming, what do you think about being involved in the Super Bowl bet this year?
It sounds like you got one too many people, so you could just leave me out of it.
No, because we have somebody to fill in that extra 8th spot, so really you're already in.
You don't need me. Just leave me out of it.
See, come on. Just be a good sport and do it with us.
Just once?
I'd rather not.
I know you would rather not.
Thank you for the invitation.
I know you would rather not, but be a good sport and do it.
Co-pilot.
Good co-pilot. I think it's only fair, Flem.
Thank you for the invitation. I respectfully decline.
I love how you think it's an invitation.
Yeah.
It's more like just do it.
Why can't you just do it?
We'll enter him in the draft.
I'd rather not.
Why? Would you
of
rather
course
not?
We would all rather not.
For one, stop talking like a pedophile and talk to us like a normal human being.
You've all expressed the same trepidation. You don't want to do it.
Yeah,
but we're going
that's
to.
The key.
The difference between you and me is we have balls and we're actually going to do it.
It's
the
not
difference
fun
between you and me is I choose not to.
Is it you don't want to be the butt of a joke? Is that it? Where you picked on a lot in school and now you're just like, I'm old now and I refuse to be the butt of a joke? Is that it?
Have you seen how other people do this? We decide what the bet is and then you decide whether you want to enter into it or not. I'm not going to leave my fate undetermined.
We already have some of the ideas right here.
Some of them.
It would be nice.
It's wanted for once.
I'd rather not. But thank you for the invitation.
I'll tell you this. I don't think it's cool. But I seriously mean this. I will hate you if you don't do this. It's not fair.
I mean, I quit the show 2 years ago, and then I just slowly got sucked back in with the wrap-up
So you
hour.
quit now, then?
Well, I wouldn't choose to quit. I just choose not to do this.
Well, then we should choose to fire you.
But what if that was one of the things that you got paid for?
You're not my boss.
No,
we're the bosses of this show, though, and if we decide we don't want you here, you're not maybe not out of the building, but you're out of this room.
I understand that.
Now, hold on a second.
You sure
here.
you understand that?
First,
talk like a pedophile.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Lecter, hold on a second.
I hate it. People are already asking us to fire you right now because you're just such a baby.
It's nothing new.
You being a pussy?
Yeah, we know.
Me deciding that I'll decide my own fate.
Listen, dude, you're not going to do yourself any favors with the Throbbits by backing out of this bet.
I would point out that it's being characterized as me backing out of something that I've never agreed to in the first place.
That's why we're asking you to get involved.
And I appreciate
That's somebody else's quote, the back out.
You're now asking me, and I'm declining.
Why? What's the big deal? Why do you have such a thing of not being a part of the Super Bowl bet?
First of all, I don't have any control over which team. And secondly, I don't have any control over what the punishments are. And I gain nothing. I benefit nothing. I don't enjoy watching people get punished.
The show benefits. You had a real hard time getting picked on in school, didn't you?
The concept of...
hold on, answer my question. Did you have a hard time getting picked on? Is it bring back memories from school?
I think a lot of people did, yeah. I think everybody's been through that.
But you're almost 50 now, and you're not over it? You're not over the high school days?
Hazing or initiation, because everybody thinks it should happen, does that make it right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make this right.
I've been through that, too.
What it sounds like is almost like if you were on a football
We can
squad,
let you go, you old fart.
I'm not on the Donkey Show, and I couldn't agree more.
But yes,
I don't belong
listen,
in this show.
you are on this show. You're on it right now. Wake up. You're in this. Hold on. Let me speak.
I resisted that.
Let me speak. You're in the studio right now. The wrap-up hour is still the Donkey Show, you clown.
It's the
still
same thing.
You are talking about our program. You're not doing your own show. Your content is our content.
I came to the 6 o'clock hour at Marcus's request, and I'll continue to do that if you
request.
wish.
I asked Marcus to ask you.
Fine. If you don't want me, just
We don't need you. I'm just saying we let
don't.
you be here because we like your attitude
And I'm
sometimes.
here because I enjoy it.
But right now, it's just like you think you're too good for the room.
I didn't say that.
But you act like it.
You seem to think that I shouldn't have the right to decline this,
and the
or that I
entire
don't have
town
the
act
right
like
to
it
determine
and
my
think
own
so.
fate, and I'm an adult and I'll make my own decisions and do what I please, and you won't bully me into this.
Well, then you're off the show. It's as simple as that.
Okay, see you later.
You can't have one foot in the pond and then the rest. I
understand that.
You are a grown child. You know that you should be wearing a diaper. Someone go get him a diaper. Go get a diaper.
We do have some.
Get him a rattle.
Out. We used the last
out?
one.
Get this grown baby a bib and get him some Gerber and go home. If you're going to be a baby.
I'm going to be an adult and make my own decisions.
Oh, I'm an adult and make my own decisions because I'm my own man. You're going to die alone. I don't like getting picked on.
I mean, we're all getting picked on. This is all, everybody's in the same boat here.
You've all stated that you don't want to do the things that are on that list.
But
Neither do I.
we are
and I choose
doing
not
it.
to do them. I choose not to
and
do
we
them.
choose not to have you on this show anymore.
And
Get
I
out of
choose
here.
not to be the stunt.
Get out. Get out, you old fart. You old crusty, worthless fart. I'd rather hang out with an occupier than you stupid old man. We'll take a break.
Donkey Show.
As many of you just heard, Michael Fleming is, of course, not in here. I do believe this is him on the hotline.
Let's start right off with being a team player. When you define being a team player, it seems that Tanner wants to define being a team player as do everything I say without question. You don't have the right to opt out. You understand something that I understand. That's that Tanner runs this world, and I respect that. That he calls the shots on the show, on the entire show. That's why I opted out 2 years ago. I quit the Donkey Show, and I was very comfortable with that decision. I came back on the wrap-up hour, not on the Donkey Show.
Flynn,
I am not on the Donkey Show.
The wrap-up show is not a separate entity from the Donkey Show.
It's the same thing.
It's the same show. We are part of the Donkey Show.
Okay, I understand that now. See, I understand that to be in that room, you have to live under Tanner's terms from 4 to 6. If you want me from 6 to 7, you take me on my terms.
All right, well, then that might be the one that burns your bridge, Fleming. I don't know what else to tell you.
Too bad.
And you're going to sit here and you might want to try to make the ball sound like it's in my court right now,
no,
but it's not.
It's in Tanner's court. I just don't want to do the awful things that come up as punishments. Some of them I don't agree with morally.
We've got this letter that he wrote us this morning. He doesn't want us to read it on the air, but I don't know who he thinks he is.
Yeah.
We will read that on the air later on. Some of the I don't know what the punishment is yet, so I can't agree to something. I don't know what the punishment's going to be. He says, I don't want to do anything that's immoral. Some of the bits that that you guys do, I just don't agree with morally. The last one we haven't figured out yet. All right, Michael Fleming needs to come in here real quick. So let me read this letter, and then we'll talk to you, Michael, all right? It says, agree to do something objectionable
or lose
your job. And it says, I quit the Donkey Show March 17th, 2010. No bridge burning or parting shots. I just stopped coming in. Being a team player seems to be defined as, quote, do everything we say without question. You left me no way to gracefully decline. Perhaps we should have discussed this off air before creating conflict. I will not agree to objectionable things. This was one of the reasons that I quit the show 2 years ago. On the wrap-up hour, my input is valid and appreciated. Marcus and I have good chemistry, timing, and flow. My character is not constantly abused. Try as you might to convince me that the wrap-up is still the Donkey Show, the difference in my life is night and day.
That's a delusion.
Producing Stuff We Messed Up for the wrap-up hour requires my attention beginning at 2 p.m. every day. Wrap-up requires me to stay until 7 p.m. rather than 6. This team player already makes enormous sacrifices of my time for very little compensation. I have a very full and wonderful life outside of this building. Being forced out would be disappointing, yet liberating. I don't do Marcus's show because I have to. I do it because I want to. My role on Wrap-Up is that of a former Donkcast member from 3:30 to 6 p.m. I work from KPNW, therefore I'm not a cast member of The Donkey Show. I'm the Throbbit with the inside scoop and access to that day's audio. My wish is to continue in that role. You do not need me for this bet. Last year proved that. I do not wish to be a part of any bets or punishments. Please respect my decision. I will not quit the Wrap-Up Hour. It seems that the Wrap-Up Hour may quit me. Actually, the word you're looking for is fired. Fleming.
Okay, well, suffice to say, from 3:30 to 6, I'm traffic guy number one, first.
Well, you're right. You're not a part of the show anymore, as of yesterday. So until you fix that, dude...
How am I supposed to fix that?
Stop being a bitch.
Stop being like this right here. Until you fix this, until you repair the damage. I don't know how you do it. He's got to figure that out.
We're not going to sacrifice the integrity of the program for
his morals.
For his feelings.
Screw your morals! Yeah, so listen, he's done with the show until he fixes it. I have no problem having him back, but he's got to come back and be like, I know I was an idiot. I'm sorry that I acted that way on the radio. He's got to fix this.
Well, yeah,
and until then, he's done.
There's a lot he needs to do.
Grow some balls!
I really enjoy having Michael Fleming in here on this program. I feel like him and I have good chemistry. Him and I mesh well on the air. I, on the other hand, cannot agree with Tanner more.
I understand the guy's older, whatever. It doesn't matter, though. But he's been around you guys long enough to know, I think, what's expected.
You know what? Caller brings up a great point. Maybe it is time to trim the fat, as much as I hate to say that, and as much as I hate to phrase it like that. But sometimes you got to take old Yeller out to the damn field and shoot it, and especially when he's over 50.